All right, y'all, this is the video for notes 4.3 variables on both sides. So as you can see, in the middle here, I have the steps we do with the math we can use. So let's look at number 1. Now, as always, we always want to start with our balance bar when we get started. Then we're going to check, do checklist. Is there any parentheses in this problem? No. Can we combine like terms on each side? No. Now we have to get the variable on one side because as you can see, we have a variable on the left and on the right. So on the left, we have the negative 4m. On the right, we have the negative 6m. So we need to move one of these. And I'm going to do this in red because it's the new thing that's important. Now, see, our math options are to either add or subtract. I always like to move the one on the right over to the left for the most part. So if I'm going to move this negative 6m, I need to add 6m on both sides. Now see how I am adding because my options are to add or subtract? You are not going to divide. Dividing is like the last thing you do. See that? All these other steps, no dividing, only that last one. So these will cancel. This leaves us with 1. Negative 4m plus 6m gives us a plus 2m equals negative 9. Now we know what to do from here, right? Because after this, we check for a constant if we have one. Yeah, we do. So we're going to subtract that constant of 1 on both sides. This leaves us with 2m equals negative 10. Check for a coefficient. We do have a coefficient. We're going to divide by 2 on both sides. This leaves us with m equals negative 5. All right, let's look at example 2. As always, you want to start with your balance bar. Is there any parentheses here? No, sirree, Bob. Can we combine like terms? Yes, we can. So on the left side, we have this 1 and 3. Well, 1 plus that 3 makes 4. We don't do anything with that minus x, so we bring it down. Looking on the right side, yes, we do have like terms. We have negative 5x and a negative 5x. Now remember, with combining like terms, you're adding. So negative 5x plus negative 5x makes a negative 10x. That other negative 10 stays, and we bring it down. Again, now we're going to get the variable on one side, which means we're going to add or subtract, not divide. So we have this black negative 8x or we have this purple negative 10x. We can move either one. It does not matter, but I'm going to move the 10x mostly because I like to move them over to the left side. This gets rid of my 10x's on the right side, so I have just a negative 10. That 4 comes down, but negative 8x plus 10x gives us a plus 2x. Please notice I line up when I move the variable piece with variables. That red 10x is underneath another piece that has that variable. Don't line it up under that purple 4 or that black negative 10, because if you do that, you're going to make a silly sign mistake because those aren't variable pieces. They do not combine. They are not alike. All right. Check for constant. Yeah, we have a constant. Our constant's 4, so we're going to subtract that 4 on both sides. This leaves us with 2x equals a negative 14, right? A negative 10 minus 4 is a negative 14, or you can think about it as negative 10 plus a negative 4 is a negative 14. Both are good. Then we have a coefficient that we're going to get rid of, so we're going to divide by 2 on both sides, which leaves us with x equals negative 7. So these are pretty basic examples. So what I want you to do is I want you to try these two on your own. For the first one, you should end up with p equals 5. And for the second one, you should end up with x equaling to negative 1. So I really want you to try on your own. Go through your checklist like I did. If you need to rewatch examples 1 and 2, absolutely, please do. I'm going to move on to example 3. Example 3, balance bar. Let's check. We got parentheses? Yes, we do. So I got this negative 4 here. So I'm going to multiply that. And when I do, Negative 4 times 7b is a negative 28b. Negative 4 times negative 4 is a negative 16. Don't forget to bring your variable down. Equals, and then there's no parentheses on the other side, so I'm going to bring everything else down. Make sure your 6 and b's look different. I don't have to combine like term on either side, right? The purple side, there's no like terms, and on the black side, there's no like terms. Now I'm going to move the variable piece, and again, our only options are to add or subtract. So this is one of those times. I'm going to move that 28b to the other side, just to show you that you can move it to either side. It does not matter. And again, I am lining up when I add that 28b with the other variable on each side. This gives us negative 16 left on the left side. Then we have negative 16 plus 6b plus 28b is 34b. All right, so now I gotta check for a constant. Yes, I have one. I'm gonna add that 16 on both sides. This leaves us with 0 equals 34b. Yes, that's okay to have. Now let's get rid of our coefficient, which is this 34. 0 equals b. That's our final answer. All right, looking at the next one here. Do we have parentheses? Yeah, we do. We got 2 sets. Let's work on one at a time. So we do 3 times 6 is 18, and don't forget the b. 3 times negative 6 is a negative 18. Equal sign. The other side also has a parenthesis, so let's deal with that. So take that negative 5 times 5b is a negative 25b. Wow, that green is bright. Negative 5 times a negative 5 is a plus 25. All right, we dealt with our parentheses. The purple or the green side don't have like terms, but we do have to get the variable b onto one side. So I'm going to add this 25b to both sides. Again, it doesn't matter which variable piece you move, as long as you do it correctly. This leaves us with 25 on the right side. On the left side, we have remaining 18b plus 25b is a 43b, and then minus 18. Then I'm going to check for a constant, which is that minus 18, so I'm going to add that 18 on both sides. This leaves us with 43b equals 43. I got a coefficient I need to get rid of, so I'm going to divide that 43 on both sides. And again, dividing is always going to be that last thing you do, which gives us b equals 1. Okay, so if you need to rewatch these examples to help you with the you-dos, please do. You should get for number 3, 2 equals m. And number 4, you should get m equals negative 6 or negative 6 equals m. Either way, you should get one of those two, okay? Again, rewatch the video if you want. The challenge we only did in class, so you don't have to do that one, but I definitely want you to do the you-dos parts. Okay, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to do your homework and make sure you turn it in, and I hope you have a good evening. Thanks.